What if the life you're searching for isn't in some far-off dream, but in the ordinary day you're living right now? In the quiet, unnoticed details, life is already happening. And these ordinary moments might be the greatest gifts we ever have. In this video, I want to share how the simplest, most ordinary days can hold the deepest gifts and how noticing them can change the way you live. I've worked in worlds where all the focus was on the big moments. Deadlines, broadcasts, milestones. But when I think about the moments that actually stay with me, they're rarely the ones under the lights. They're the quiet ones. Coffee in the morning, a walk in the woods, laughter around the dinner table. That's why I believe ordinary days are anything but small. The days you think you'll forget are often the ones you'll miss the most. Think about it. The quiet of a morning, the walk down a familiar street, the sound of your child saying goodnight. When you look back, it's often these moments that rise to the surface. Not because they were spectacular, but because they were real. It's in the everyday steps that life quietly leaves its mark. Ordinary days give us 3 hidden gifts if we slow down enough to notice them. Ordinary moments anchor us. A cup of coffee at the same time every morning, the rhythm of walking down a familiar path. These small routines remind us that life doesn't have to be dramatic to matter. They hold us steady when everything else feels uncertain. The ordinary also trains us to notice what we already have. A smile from someone you love, the smell of rain in the air, the warmth of sunlight spilling across the floor. When you begin to see these details, gratitude stops being something you practice once a year. It becomes the way you see your life. And maybe the greatest gift. Ordinary days are where we grow. Habits aren't built in the highlights. They're formed in the quiet repetition of everyday choices. Character is shaped not in the big speeches, but in the daily decisions no one else sees. Resilience is learned in the steady pace, not in the spotlight. And if this idea resonates with you, I share new videos like this every week. Gentle reminders to slow down and live more intentionally. If that's something you'd like more of, I'd love for you to subscribe. Extraordinary lives aren't built in extraordinary moments. They're built in ordinary days. Even the rain reminds us ordinary can be beautiful. But here's the challenge. Ordinary can feel invisible. We're trained to chase milestones, to measure life in highlights, and in doing so, we overlook the very moments that make up most of our lives. Slowing down enough to notice them can feel unusual, even uncomfortable. But once you do, you see that the overlooked is unforgettable. Here's something you can try. At the end of the day, write down one ordinary moment you don't want to forget. It could be the way the light looked through the kitchen window, the sound of laughter in another room, or the comfort of sitting quietly with someone you love. Do this for a week and you'll start to see how rich the ordinary really is. So the next time you find yourself wanting the next big thing, remember, life is happening in the middle. It's in the ordinary, the quiet, the everyday. Because when you learn to see the hidden gifts of ordinary days, you stop missing your life while waiting for it to begin. And maybe the most extraordinary thing you can do is to be fully alive in the day you already have. If this video spoke to you, I think you'll really enjoy my episode, The Strength of Slowing Down. I link it here so you can watch it next.